If you're sick of roller coaster dieting and are ready to look and feel your best, unlock that stuck metabolism, love your body again, and experience real and lasting results while never having to diet again, there's only one place to be: the Achievement Coaching with Coach Brett podcast, with your host, 30-year fitness and weight loss expert, Brett Reisenhuber, covering pro-metabolic nutrition, expert training methods for any level, developing an unbreakable mental makeup, kick-ass foods, cooking techniques, wine, and cocktails, and insights into helping you design and live your best life. So put in your earbuds, grab a hot or cold drink, and let's get rocking. Hey, how you guys doing? Welcome to the Achievement Coaching with Coach Brett podcast. We are on episode 11, and today's main topic, aside from having some fun, which we always do, is Coach Brett is pissed about our food. And I'm going to get into that one after I say, hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm stoked to be here today. I'm stoked that you're listening. I hope I'm delivering things to you that you like and want to hear about. And I'm going to start off today with, we're in the beginning of April, and we are in the second quarter now of 2022. And I don't know about you, but I'm having a great time in 2022. We're off to a great start. I've got my private coaching clients. So many of them are getting great results. People are sleeping better. They're feeling better. They're losing weight. They're having better lives. And that's just awesome. I love it. For me, I stepped back, and I'm doing my program over from the beginning. And I am loving it too. And I'll be honest, fuck shit up just like everybody else, right? Nobody's perfect. But also, one of my goals in the program that I designed and that I put together is for you to be able to enjoy life. I don't want to be on a diet. I don't want my clients to be on a diet, but rather learn what to eat, how to eat, and how to make it so that it's something that you like and that you like to eat. You know, if you want to work out, right? If your body's up to it. If your body's not up to it, don't work out. We want to have a great life. You know, if we got friends that bought a house down in Napa, and I've always wanted to have a house in Napa. I've always wanted to live in Napa. They got a place down there, and if they invite us to come on down, I know where we're going to eat. I know a lot of it's going to be at their house because we're all great cooks, but I know where to go to some wineries. I know we're probably going to hit a bar or two. We will probably go to the Rutherford Grill because it's my favorite. Lots of times we go to R&D Kitchen, which is really good, but not at the same level as the Rutherford Grill. But they have a beautiful outdoor patio area, and they have some great cocktails. I love my cocktails, right? Let's be honest. So the point is, you want to be able to have fun. You want to be able to enjoy your life. I took my beautiful wife, Denise, just this past weekend. We went up to a restaurant that we had seen, and it was just a casual afternoon kind of a lunch. We cruise up there, and it's called Tap and Vine or something like that. And that tells me they've got beer and wine, and they do. And it's a nice place. It's right across from the courthouse, and we popped up there, and I had a couple beers. She had a couple glasses of wine. We had a little bit of great food, and I loved it. It was a fun experience. Was it perfectly on my diet? Was everything organic and everything else? No, it wasn't. But it shouldn't have to be either. We want to be able to experience life the way that we want it. We want to have fun. We want to be able to experience some great foods, and we've got to make that fit into our lifestyle. And whatever your lifestyle is, that's how we want to make the things you do fit into it. We want to make sure our lifestyle really fits our needs. Yes, my number one goal is health first. But I also want to have fun too. If I want to go out and have a couple of beers, glass of wine, cocktail, a burger, things like that, I want to be able to do that. This place, by the way, they had sweet potato tots, and they made their own in-house ranch dressing. And I'm not huge on ranch dressing with really anything, but since it's homemade, in-house, I had to try it. The tots were these little suckers, and they were great. I loved them. Were they fried in oil that I don't want to consume normally? Yep. But that's like one day I ate these things, not every day. I don't consume that stuff on a regular basis because it's not in line with my goals. But I go out, I want to have it. You want to enjoy life. And we are now, like I said, we are in the beginning of April, right? We are in quarter two, and the sun is out. Get some of it. We're coming up here on some nice high temperatures. It's going to be amazing. Looking forward to getting some sun. I've even got my tan kind of starting on again. I love it. I love it. Now, let's move on here because last night, first off, I'm the cook in the house. I'm the chef. I love cooking. I love creating my own recipes. I've got my standbys. I get up in the morning and I make sure that my wife, Denise, has all her meals for the day lined out, that they're all set up. I mean, I'll even get up sometimes, maybe I don't have them all prepared like I should, but I'm gonna make sure that she's all prepped on everything so that she leaves, has a great day, doesn't have to worry about her food. And if you know anything about me, you also know I want that damn food to taste good. It's gotta be good taste, it's gotta be great. In fact, I don't want good, I want great. So I make up those meals and get her well taken care of. So when I'm looking at things that I make, I've been cooking food my whole life. I mean, literally, when I could start cooking as a little kid, I did. Mom taught me what to do. I learned on my own. I experimented. Just shit on the ceiling from me cooking because I go all over the place, right? But nowadays, I really pay attention to what I'm cooking and what is in it. So yesterday for dinner, we're gonna have a taco meat. And I started off with the basics. I use organic beef, ground beef. I use 85-15. It's got a nice blend of fat. Doesn't have too much, doesn't have too little. I have a little fat that'll throw off at the end. I get a couple paper towels, suck that stuff out of there because I don't need the extra fat. I got plenty of fat. And I don't follow recipes. I don't usually write recipes, so when you do see things I've written in a recipe, I work my ass off on that because I had to record that shit. And it's not my thing. But when I do cook, sometimes I like to have some easy stuff that I throw in there. So, some simple canned stuff just to make it easier. I don't need it, but I like it. It tastes good, gives me some good flavor. So I recently saw some guys post on, I think it was Instagram. My wife shared it with me. And I watched him and I listened to what he had to say. And I didn't like all of it. I didn't agree with all of it. Some of it was bullshit, but he's got 10 gazillion followers. So everybody thinks he's the shit, right? And I don't buy into everything he said, but he caught me with one thing that made me start looking even harder at what ingredients I'm using. Start looking at the labels. And he commented on kosher salt. This has been a staple for me. I love it. Put it on everything. This is my salt that I use normally and I cook with. Now, his comment was on what is in the kosher salt. And I always thought, it's freaking kosher salt, right? Kosher. It's gotta be good. Gotta be no bullshit in it. I was wrong. I'm okay admitting when I'm wrong. I was wrong. There is some stuff in there called yellow prussiate of soda. And I'm sure I pronounced that wrong and I don't give a shit. It's not just salt. That pissed me off. I didn't even know what in the hell that stuff was. But now I see this shit is in my salt. So, since I don't know what it is, I quit eating it. And then I figured out what it was. So, is it a big deal? Maybe, maybe not. Is it a bad thing? Maybe, maybe not. Could it be? Yes, can be. So, here's what I found when I just did a quick search of this. Yellow prussiate, whatever, of soda, YPS, is a hydrated cyanide salt. Fucking cyanide? What? Okay. It's approved by the FDA. Well, big fucking deal. They approve all kinds of shit. For use in table salt as an anti-caking agent. So it's going to keep my salt from clumping up. All right. Giving it generally regarded as safe GRAS status. Generally regarded as safe. This is the way they do things, right? Here's this one thing. It's probably okay on its own. We generally are going to regard this as safe. What happens when I put it with something else? Okay, that's a problem. For me, that's a problem. And it may appear on an ingredient label as sodium ferrocyanide decahydrate. Once again, cyanide. I mean, cyanide, that's the shit they put in all the movies, right? They give the secret agent cyanide capsules so they can kill themselves and they foam at the mouth and die. That doesn't sound like something you want. Another thing said, a perfect example, yellow prussiate of soda. Alternately, sodium ferrocyanide, most commonly used as an anti-caking agent, is akin to cyanide under certain conditions and can be a serious threat to aquatic organisms. All right, so basically, I just cut some stuff off of Google just to kind of share. I don't want anything that says cyanide, that's just me. Probably okay. I read more stuff that said it's probably okay, but my issue doesn't come just that it's got that. Well, it does start off that just that it has that. But what happens when that shit's combined with other stuff that the FDA says is generally regarded as safe? When you combine, we got an issue, right? We could have an issue. and I just don't want that shit in my body. So after today's little prezo, this shit going bye-bye. So what do I use? I was introduced by my buddies who live in Napa to a different kind of salt. It's called Malden's salt, and it's a flaky salt. It's amazing. It's rich. It's big flakes. Oh my God. Malden's salt is the shit. It's the bomb. Now, the guy that I saw this from was talking about pink Himalayan sea salt. You know, it doesn't have any other ingredients in it. Cool. They're all just different types of salt. They've touted pink Himalayan sea salt as having all these great things. I used to use it. I don't use it now. No big deal. I'm not super worried about it. But Malden salt I know is great tasting. It's great on top of as a finishing component, and it doesn't have anything else in it. Now, I told you I was making my Mexican beef, right? Taco meat. One of the ingredients, and here's 3 cans of it. It's called Herdez Salsa Ranchera Medium. This stuff is fucking good. It's tasty, it's rich, it's got a beautiful color to it, and I have used it in everything from my chicken mole to chili to putting it into different pots of chicken that I'm cooking, and definitely taco meat. Now, here's where I got really pissed. I got glasses, okay? These reading glasses. My vision is not what it used to be. It went downhill when I turned 50. Now I got 500 pairs of these glasses all over the place, and they're 1.5x. So I've always had great vision. I could read anything. I could see shit miles away. I could see shit up close. No problem. Now it is a problem. So I got to wear the glasses, and then I can see. And they're also for watching the computer, cuts out the blue or whatever the hell color it is, screws up your eyes. I'm trying to read the ingredients on it, and I'm looking at this right now, and I have to put it under light and everything else. I can't even see it. I can't read what the ingredients are, even with my reading glasses. I can read nutrition facts, serving size, calories, but when it comes to the shit that's in it, they type it so small, you can't even see it, and that pisses me off. So I worked really hard to see it, and I still couldn't get it, so I immediately went and ordered another 3-pack of glasses up by 1x. So now I got like 2.5x, just coming to read these damn labels. So in the meantime, I jumped on my phone and looked in the phone for an app. I got an app called Magnifier, so I can really magnify it. And here's what I found with one of my staples, one of my standbys that I've used. Herdez Salsa Ranchera also has potassium iodate, soybean oil, here's where I really got pissed, monosodium glutamate. If you don't know what monosodium glutamate is, I will tell you that you do know what it is. It's called MSG, widely regarded as very bad for the body, carcinogenic, and still approved for limited use to feed to us, which is bullshit. Now, let's start off with potassium iodate. Potassium iodate tablets are used at the time of a nuclear emergency. The tablets stop the thyroid gland situated in your neck, taking up radioactive iodine, which may be released into the environment following a nuclear accident. This was the first thing I found when I typed it into Google. Is potassium iodate poisonous? Conclusion: potassium iodate can produce retinol toxicity that damages RPE and photoreceptor cells. So it's not really good for your eyes. Wonder why my eyes are fucked up nowadays, huh? It's in the food. It even says it oxidizes and strengthens gluten protein bonds in bread dough almost immediately after mixing. I don't need that in my bread. I've made bread. My bread's awesome. What the hell I need that for? I don't have any issues, to the best of my knowledge, with nuclear emergencies and radioactivity. What do I need that for? Why the hell is it in my salsa, right? I don't get it. What are the side effects of potassium iodide? It's going to have things like skin rashes, swelling of the salivary glands, metallic taste, burning mouth, throat, sore teeth and gums, symptoms of a head cold, sometimes upset stomach and diarrhea. An allergic reaction can have even more serious symptoms. Why is that in my salsa, right? Why? So I didn't use that. So I used seasonings. All right, and I'm going to get to that in a minute because that pissed me off too. This is like Coach Brett's pissed off day, right? But I'm pissed off at things that I want to share with you because I think it's going to help save your life and help you to live a longer life. And that's what I'm shooting for. Let's get into the MSG that is in my ex salsa. This is now my ex salsa. I will never use it again. MSG has been linked with obesity, metabolic disorders. What do I talk about all the time? Metabolic and metabolism problems. Chinese restaurant syndrome. They actually have a syndrome based on MSG from freaking Chinese food restaurants. What's up with that? Neurotoxic effects and detrimental effects on the reproductive organs. Ladies, how many of you who deal with fertility or infertility, fertility clinics, things like that, if you're eating this, you're taking another step back, right? MSG isn't going to help you with anything like that. Monosodium glutamate, MSG, is a flavor enhancer commonly added to Chinese food, canned vegetables, soups, and processed meats. And if you're in my free Facebook group, the Weight Loss Success Club, there's a training in there that I'm going to talk about in a little bit because it's got all this in there. But this just blew me away that MSG is in my salsa, all right? The FDA has classified MSG as a food ingredient that's, you got it, generally recognized as safe. But its use still remains controversial. And the fact is, it's been proven to be carcinogenic and bad all the way around. So we don't want that. No more of that stuff. But I'm cooking my taco meat. So what else do I want to have in there? Ortega diced green chilies. Well, they have calcium chloride in there. Can't we just make it simple? I mean, already they're in cans. Who knows what the cans are going to do to us as it is, but now I got calcium chloride. So I just typed calcium chloride into Google, see what they had to say. Calcium chloride poses some serious health and safety hazards. This is on the top of typing in Google calcium chloride, right? If ingested, calcium chloride can lead to burns in the mouth and throat, excess thirst, vomiting, stomach pain, low blood pressure, and other severe health effects. It can also irritate skin by causing excessive dryness. Calcium chloride is widely used as an additive in plastics, wastewater treatment plants, and blast furnaces to improve processes and characteristics. What? Are you kidding me? The hell's that got to be in my green chilies for? All right, so let's just say we didn't have green chilies. That shit's going in the garbage can also. It was a frustrating evening. I was, honestly, last night, I was pissed as hell when I found all this stuff. So let's take a look at what else goes great with Mexican ground beef. Rosarito low-fat black beans. Black beans, they're super healthy, right? That's what you go for, black beans, right? Well, it says these things have natural flavor. Well, natural flavor is very loose in terms, right? What does natural flavor usually refer to? Yeah, you got it right. MSG again, just like we had in the salsa. Bullshit, bullshit, no thank you. So I already talked about that, so we ain't going there. Next thing is, I love my seasonings and I love my spices. I got tons of them, because I love to cook. So where do I usually get my seasonings and spices? Write this one down, Boys and Girls Club. Penzeys Spices, Penzeys. When you read the ingredients of something that says chili powder, it will tell you what chilies are in there, that's it. Garlic, onion, paprika, that's it. So I hadn't ordered anything from Penzeys for a while, and I just kind of went over to the restaurant supply store, and I just got some First Street kind of stuff, which is the stuff you find at Smart and Final. And I got the chili powder and the smoked paprika. Well, the chili powder, let's take a look at these here. Chili powder, smoked paprika. I love these things. I use them, right? I love smoked paprika. I love paprika. I love all the chili powders. I love this kind of shit. Phenomenal. Great for cooking with. But the First Street chili powder starts off with silicon dioxide and another thing, Ethoxyquin. Ethoxyquin. I don't even know what the hell it is. It's in there. I don't like that. Smoked paprika, sodium dioxide. So we got silicon dioxide and sodium dioxide. The silicon dioxide, known as a synthetic amorphous silica, SAS, is used by food manufacturers as an anti-caking agent in spices or creamers to ensure fine flowing powders or to absorb water. Put it in a bag, good enough. If it cakes up a little bit, smash it, no big deal. Penzeys sells everything in bags, very easy to deal with, right? And I know Penzeys has a toasted onion powder, and this shit gets hard as a freaking rock inside of the jar, and I gotta go in and hit it with a knife and scrape it up a little bit, or a fork to kind of break it apart. So I could see why they might want it in some things. I get it, but I don't want it in there. I'd rather break it apart and not risk putting it into my body, because I don't know how much is going to go in there. Because I know when I use spices, I don't measure, but I dump a lot. So I don't want that. The other one, let's see if I can pronounce this. Ethoxyquin, called EMQ. Ethoxyquin, all right, Ethoxyquin, let's call it that. It's a quinoline-based antioxidant used as a food preservative in certain countries. Okay, which means that not all the countries use it, and originally to control scald on pears after harvest. And they actually have commercial names such as Stop Scald. Right, it's used as a preservative in some pet foods to slow the development of rancidity in fats. If you want that in your body, that's fine. I don't want it in mine. So all this shit's going into the dump, and along with all the other stuff that I throw out into the dump, because I don't want it in there. And you can learn a ton more about all the crappy ingredients that we're fed in my free Facebook group, the Weight Loss Success Club. And specifically, when you go there, you got to ask to get in. I got all these spammers always trying to get into my club, and I block them, get them out of there. But there's a training in there called Ingredients That Destroy Metabolic Function. And it goes over all of these different potential ingredients, colorings and additives and MSG, all that crap. And you can learn all about it. And I highly encourage you to do that. But like I said, it's not even about these compounds in a one-off situation. Because I'm not just going to say, salsa, lunch. No, I'm not. I'm going to mix it in with other things. All right, so I'm going to have the salsa with the beans, with the chili powder and the smoked paprika and the salt and the green chilies, all in the same meal, where normally pro-metabolic nutrition, I would have had standard ground beef that is fed who knows what, tons of soy, candy wrappers, corn, maybe, who knows, all kinds of stuff shot up with the hormones, given all the shit to make them fatten up faster so that they can sell them to us regardless of the implications on our health. All of that stuff then combined, as far as I'm concerned, you've potentially created a nuclear cocktail for your body that's bad. I guess so at least we had that one thing, right, that's good for nuclear radiation, if you take my joke seriously. Now we put all that stuff into the body, and we created a potentially massively toxic environment for our body, and it's wrecking our metabolism, our metabolic function, and our cellular respiration, which means you want to lose weight, it ain't gonna happen. It's gonna be tough, right? You want to have tons of energy, it could be tough. It's huge that we don't know the exact implication and ramification of combining these chemicals, because they don't look at them. They say, hey, what we have in this one right here, this is fine for you. Hey, what we have right here in this one's fine for you. Hey, MSG, fuck, I can't believe anybody says that shit's fine for you, right? Hey, it's all fine for you. But when you mix them all together with everything else, and then you're gonna go, you have Mexican food, right? You're gonna have chips. You're gonna have some kind of salsa, probably a different salsa. All these different components coming together at once in your body. It's scary, and when you're younger, probably gonna be all right, but it's this stacking effect, right? Stacking and stacking and stacking. More and more and more and more and more and more and more. More of this stuff getting put into your body, to me, is scary, right? I'm 53 years old. I have eaten all kinds of bad shit over my life because I didn't know. I wasn't trained on this. I didn't train myself on this, and now I have. And now I got to look at it in a different perspective, because I want another 53 years. You see Coach Brett, my little cane, all old, little snappy little bastard at 106 years old, going, all right, hey, I'm eating this. This is good. Let's have some fun. All right, let's go to the bar. Let's have fun. Let's do this, right? Let's go water skiing or wakeboarding or whatever. I want to be able to be older and still live an amazing life. Right? And I make jokes about all these different things, it's fine. But the bottom line is, like I said in last week's podcast, I want to be there for my grandson. I want to be there as he becomes a man. I want to be able to help him, right? I want to be there for our daughter, and when she needs me, right? As she gets older, I want to be there for my wife. I want to be there for my family. I want to be there for my clients. And that's about living a healthier life. It's not about giving up everything that's fun. Hell no, right? Even just in my joke about being a little old man, right? Walking around, I'm like, yeah, I'm at the bar, right? Okay, cool, great. Have some fun. Will some of these things get combined and put into my body all at once in the future? Yeah, probably. I go to the restaurant, they don't care about all organic, so I have to when I'm not there. Somebody's got to care about our body. I got to care about my body. You got to care about your body, or not, right? That's going to be your choice also. For me, it's about caring about the body and making sure that I do the right things in it, because I know I'm not always going to do the right things, right? Because I am going to live my life. But if I can have the majority of my life be all healthy, then putting in the unhealthy things here and there is just part of life, and it's going to be some fun. You go to the restaurant and they'll serve me all this shit. They'll put it all in there, and that's fine, okay? I'm not going to do it anymore. I don't need to do it anymore. I didn't have the green chilies, right? I want to buy some chilies and throw them in there. Great. I'll go buy some fresh chilies and chop them up and throw them in there. I don't need them out of the can. They're not expensive. They're cheap. Salsa. It took me, honestly, a little bit more time and a little more experimentation last night in making my taco meat than normal, because I wanted it to be good. And when I served it to Denise, first off, she came in and she said, wow, that smells good. But it took me a while to get there, probably because I didn't have the MSG. MSG makes flavor. That's what sells food, flavor. Can you do it without the MSG? I did it last night. It was freaking awesome. The food was great. So yes, you can do it. Just takes a little bit more. I had to experiment a little more. I didn't use the kosher salt. I used the Malden salt. I had to hit it a few times with the salt. I hit it with a little bit of organic honey to bring out a little bit more of the flavors. I dug in, I found my bags of Penzi spices. I am putting in an order from Penzi Spices today, period. I found a bag that I got at a Mexican market of some kind of chili powder of some sort. And I tore off the label. I didn't even know what it was. As soon as I saw that, I threw it away, right? I'm like, no, it hit the garbage immediately. I don't know what it was. I'm not gonna put it into my food. I'm not gonna serve it to my family. I'm not gonna put it in my body. But if I go to the Mexican restaurant, they're gonna serve me whatever they're serving. So if I can make my health super great now, then I can tolerate that stuff later. I think that's kind of what it's all about. They talk about balance in life, balance in your diet. Right? If you starve yourself, eventually your body's going to get used to it. If you put this shit in it, eventually it's going to kill it, I think, or slow it down really bad, create disease, inflammation, bad stuff. So have some fun. But overall, eat healthy foods and eat the right ones. That's what I'm getting at. So that's the gist of it. Let's call it for today. I'm happy you guys listened to me. Hey, once again, Facebook group, pop in. Free coachings, free trainings. Jump in there. It's the Weight Loss Success Club, and love to see you there. If you have questions about making your body healthier, about losing weight, ladies specifically, if you're dieting at 1,200 calories or lower, 1,000 calories or lower, your diet is not going right. If you're not losing weight at under 1,000 calories, it's going to take time to fix that. I can help you with that. Let me know. I'm here for you, Coach Brett. Thank you for watching and listening to the Achievement Coaching with Coach Brett podcast, episode 11. Coach Brett was pissed, and now I let it all out, and I feel better. And here's to you having an amazing life and an amazing day, an amazing summer, and live life to the fullest. I'm out. Thanks, guys.